Do you want a way to stay cool all summer for free? No refrigerant, no oil, just an old paint bucket. Hi everyone, welcome back to Maker Mike. Today, I'll show you how to build a simple cooling device using something most people throw away. It's easy to follow and doesn't require expensive tools. Make sure you watch until the end, because the final result could be surprisingly useful for you. We start with the main body, an old paint bucket and a few small plastic bottles. Take the bucket and mark 3 evenly spaced points around the side. These will be the outlets where cool air comes out. Use a bottle cap to trace the size so everything stays consistent. Then drill holes slightly smaller than the bottleneck. This detail matters. If the hole is too large, the bottle won't seal tightly, and air will leak out around the edges instead of flowing through the intended path. Once the holes are ready, move to the bottles. Cut off the top section of each bottle, keeping the neck and a short portion of the body. What city or country are you watching this DIY video from today? Tell us below. Test the fit by inserting them into the bucket. The neck should go inside, while the wider part stays outside. Screw the cap on from the inside of the bucket. This creates a mechanical lock that holds everything firmly in place. Before final assembly, drill small holes in each cap. These holes allow air to pass through. Without them, the airflow would be blocked, and the system wouldn't work properly. The size of these holes affects the airflow. Smaller holes create higher pressure but less volume. Larger holes allow more air but reduce pressure. A balanced size gives the best result for steady airflow. Repeat the same process for all 3 bottles and secure them into the bucket. At this point, you already have the structure for directing air, but it still needs a force to push that air through. That's where the fan comes in. Take a 12-volt fan and place it on the lid of the bucket. Mark the outline, then carefully cut the opening. Trace a circle along the inner edge of the fan. You don't need to fit the fan completely inside the opening. Just make it tight enough so air can flow properly. The smaller the gap around the fan, the better the airflow and overall efficiency. Move the blade slowly and keep the cut clean. After cutting, drill small holes around the edge for mounting screws. Then smooth the edges with sandpaper. This prevents sharp edges and also helps the fan sit flush against the surface. Mount the fan onto the lid using screws. Tighten everything evenly so it stays stable. Add a washer and tighten the nut firmly to secure everything in place. Make sure the fan sits evenly and stays balanced on all sides. Keep the edges aligned and reduce any gaps as much as possible. A tight, well-centered fit helps the fan run smoothly and improves airflow efficiency. Take a closer look. You'll notice small gaps between the fan and the lid. These gaps might seem minor, but they reduce efficiency. Air always follows the easiest path, so instead of being pushed through the bottles, some of it will escape through those gaps. To fix that, apply hot glue around the edges. Move slowly and fill each gap completely. Once sealed, all the airflow is forced through the bottle outlets, which increases the cooling effect. Now we move to the electrical part. Cut the fan wires and strip the ends carefully. Twist the exposed wires tightly so they stay secure. Then connect them to a DC power plug. Here, polarity matters. If the positive and negative wires are reversed, the fan may not run or could run in the wrong direction. Take a moment to check before securing the connection. Once connected, use hot glue to fix the plug onto the lid. This keeps everything neat and prevents the wires from moving or loosening over time. Connect the plug to a matching DC socket with alligator clips attached. These clips will connect to a 12-volt battery. Attach the clips to the battery terminals, and the fan starts spinning. Close the lid, and you'll immediately feel air pushing out through the bottle openings. Now, this doesn't replace a full air conditioning system. It won't cool an entire house. But for a small space, a desk, a bed, or a workshop corner, it makes a real difference. If the cooling effect feels weak, there are a few things to check. Make sure the bucket is sealed properly. At this stage, it's just airflow. Useful, but not yet cooling. Now, we move to the main part. Open the bucket and fill it with ice. Spread the ice evenly so the air can pass through as much cold surface as possible. Close the lid again and turn on the fan. The airflow changes. Instead of just pushing warm air out, the fan pulls air through the bucket, across the ice, and out through the bottle openings. To make this more precise, use a thermometer. Place it near the airflow and watch the reading. Starting at around 30 degrees Celsius, the temperature begins to drop. Within a short time, it can reach around 20 degrees. That's a significant change, especially for such a simple setup. Step back and look at the result. A discarded paint bucket, a few plastic bottles, and a small fan have turned into a working cooling system. No complicated parts, no expensive components, just simple materials working together in the right way. So next time the heat gets uncomfortable, instead of thinking about what to buy, it might be worth asking what you can build. And here's something to think about. Would you use this just for a quick fix? Or would you improve it further and make it even more efficient? Let me know what you would change. If this was helpful, share it with someone who could use a simple cooling solution. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.